Good morning, everybody. Today is Saturday, November 23rd, and it is turkey box packing day here at the neighborhood center. The people we have here first thing in the morning are the folks that are packing the fresh produce that's going to go with the bags of boxes, I should say, of the Thanksgiving meal that's going out to the community. This morning, our volunteers are the Stonington crew team and also those from Boy Scout Troop Pack 9 and other volunteers from the community. And Mrs. Carol Granato, who oversees the entire event and organizes it. It truly is the magic of what's happening not only in Pawcatuck, but across the region. But this is really unsung heroes of our region, just quietly going about making sure that their neighbors get fed. And it happens year after year. Monday, we didn't know if we'd have enough turkeys. That's for sure. We had 29 frozen turkeys in-house. And we need to feed over 450 families. We still have until Tuesday of next week for people to sign up. And our motto is we never run out of food. Somehow it happens that people donate and it comes here and we give it out. So every single thing you see here, we have oranges, apples, carrots, onions, potatoes. These are all being broken apart and put into individual bags that then, when our next wave of volunteers come in, they will be packing up vegetables into the boxes. Turkey will go in the box. The fresh produce, the fresh vegetables, the fresh fruit, and a pie. And it takes everybody. It's like an all hands on deck. We don't put out a press release for this, for volunteers, but word of mouth. Word of mouth, probably social media is at work here, but also people who live in the community and know that we do this year after year because we're sending out emails asking for donations of various things. So this is happening every year. It's magic. It's absolutely magic. And it gets funny. It gets a lot of things. But what it is the big heart of a local community feeding Stonington, North Stonington, and over 200 families in Westerly. Westerly and Pawcatuck really are one community. We've learned that over the years. I have, personally, I shouldn't say we, I have. And so over 200 families in Westerly, and however many that another agency, if they run out of turkeys or food, they can come here, and if we have it, it goes right back out the door. So everything that gets donated doesn't stay here for some purpose. We're not a warehouse that keeps food. We're in essence the free grocery store for those people who can't afford to buy all of this for Thanksgiving dinner. Welcome to the Pawcatuck Neighborhood Center's Emergency Food Pantry. 350 plus years. Welcome to the Pawcatuck Neighborhood Center's free emergency food pantry. Every day throughout the year, except for holidays when we're closed, this is where people from the community of Stonington, which includes Mystic, Old Mystic, Pawcatuck, Stonington, all of North Stonington, and Westerly, come to get a week's worth of emergency food. It is Saturday, November 23rd, and right now the pantry looks pretty good as far as produce on the shelves. it goes up and down. You'll start out Monday morning, looks pretty good. By Friday afternoon, it's pretty depleted. But that's the way it goes in food pantries, not only here, but across the country. We have more and more people within our country relying on food pantries to feed their families. People can come here once a month. We encourage people who are financially eligible to sign up within their area with as many food pantries as they need to feed their families throughout the month. And other food pantries do it. We agree with the philosophy. People need to be fed. What happens when somebody comes here is they check in upstairs. They've already been deemed to be income eligible, meaning the obvious that they don't have enough money toward the end of the month to buy more food and they need it. They fill out a slip of paper and they bring it down here. All of this program area is staffed 100% with volunteers. That is how we keep our overhead very low. The volunteer will then take a bag that volunteers have put together and a little cart and go around, and if the person has asked for beef soup, they'll put beef soup in the bag. If there isn't, they'll ask them what else. What comes from what's called a client choice pantry is a beautiful thing that happens. There's a great conversation that then occurs between the client and the volunteer at whatever food pantry it might be, but at ours. And people get to know each other, and because they come every month, and there's great camaraderie that develops out of that. And our volunteers are coming here to help, and then they get involved, and it turns into some place that just kind of grabs hold of you and you can't let go. It's beautiful, and we're helping each other. And I've often said I'm on this side, I'm the executive director today, but it wouldn't take much for me to be on the other side of here needing emergency food. All it would take is a serious car accident with medical bills I can't pay. I get behind a car repair I need to make that I can't pay. Helping out a member of your family that's suddenly unemployed, or more than one, or has an illness, and you're trying to help them out. It puts you behind. It doesn't. We're all just a few paychecks away from needing this type of service, and that has increased since 2008, I would say. We've seen a tripling, if not quadrupling, of the need for our services here. We want to give out beans and mashed potatoes and rice and peanut butter and jelly, and I will get teased a little bit about how passionate I am about peanut butter, but I am. It is a shelf-stable food item that you can open the jar, make a sandwich, put it back on the shelf, and it will get you through not only the fact that you're in need of food for the month, but if we had a snowstorm and power is out, and we've had this happen a number of times, whether it's a snowstorm, we remember Hurricane Sandy vividly around here, but we had many power outages due to snow, due to a fluke of a power outage, and this item is protein, and it needs to always be on the shelf of a food pantry and in the shelf of somebody at home. So everything in here that gets donated locally from individuals, churches, schools, we have cereal, we have, and it changes, believe me. We have crispy Rice Krispies, we have a miscellaneous shelf of salad dressings, and of course I need my glasses. We also have we have a section for gluten-free food, as much as we can get donated, and gluten-free is a serious thing. That's That's not a thing that people don't have, and it's imaginary. It's a for real thing that really does upset people's stomachs. And we have canned fruit, cranberry sauce. We've got pasta sauce, and meat. Now, we get a great deal of our support from the Gemma Moran United Way Labor Food Center. We go over every single Tuesday with our van and shop for a half hour over there. We have 2 programs that are registered with the Connecticut Food Bank. One is this free emergency food pantry. The second is our weekender backpack food program for children, to give children enough food for over the weekend. We learned that children on the free and reduced lunch program, a federal program at school, didn't know if they would have supper Friday night until breakfast at school on Monday morning. So we provide food for the children for supper and for the 6 meals on 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday until they get back to school. And we give them fresh milk. We give them fresh fruit through a donor who is passionate about the program. We started out with fresh milk, peanut butter, jelly, and bread. And we've grown from there on the items that we include. Although this has cans and boxes, I have to tell you that we are very, I want to use the word passionate, I guess I will, about giving out fresh items. We have a community garden, and when that's in full swing, all the fresh vegetables come here and they go out to our clients and to the seniors who come to the senior center portion of the neighborhood center. We give out fresh vegetables, fresh fruit. We want people to be able to have access to that healthy food as much as you would at home if you had a job and you were able to buy it yourself. So I look at it as how would I feed myself? Well, that's how the people using the food pantry right now should be fed. It's the same. I am them, they are me, that sort of thing. We give out meat. We get meat from the Gemma Moran Food Center. We do buy some of it ourselves. Hamburger and hot dogs are an item that people do like. We also have to be aware of, does somebody have an oven to cook in? Many people don't. Many people are cooking in a microwave oven or a hot plate, or are homeless and refuse to go into a shelter, and they're cooking outside. So these are all things that are part of the whole picture of what's happening, not just here, but across the United States of America. And we are doing our very best to keep up with the demand. It gets harder every year. But so far, the public and the community at large has never let us down. Another part of the operation is making sure that we have plastic bags that we're going to be putting items into. So we collect them throughout the year. And what the volunteers here are doing, there's a big bag of plastic bags have been donated by the whole community. They're flattening them out. They will be used today. And what is so beautiful about this is everybody who is doing it has their own way of doing it, and whoever emerges as being in charge is in charge of the plastic bag flattening out. We need it, and it happens. And then people will be drawn to one area or another, and it's the way it's supposed to be. It all works out. This is Andrew McCauley. He won the 2013 Good Neighbor Award for a wonderful food project he did here. But this turkey was just brought in by a member of the community. One turkey. And that's how we do it. One turkey at a time. Bind a freezer.
Go.
In a few moments, we're going to go upstairs and talk about and show you how we tape all of our boxes that everything goes in. But right now, more and more people are showing up. I don't know all of their names. I do know that they know about the Pawcatuck Neighborhood Center. Their parents may have a few years ago come here as volunteers. We're getting a younger group of people. It's exactly what we need. We need an influx of new volunteers, younger volunteers, to keep this place going for the future, because we're still going to need an agency like this. So it's wonderful to see. Every single volunteer who comes in, signs in, and we track the number of hours that they work here. That's also part of the whole process, is statistics. How many people are working here? How many hours did they work? That's all very important as we go out and ask for financial support for the neighborhood center. And Mrs. Granato is asking the ladies if they have signed in. And they're asking her, what can I do to help? And she will tell them, and she's explaining to them right now what the next phase is going to be. And as you'll see, everybody, they don't do this every day of the week. And here's some more coming in. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, and they'll be signing in. They don't do this. They do this once a year, but they get in line and they start doing it. It's like they do this every day of the week as their job. It's not. It is a volunteer experience that happens at Thanksgiving and at Christmas. Another a major part of the operation here to feed the community is getting boxes. We get boxes donated. That's another huge expense. Cost of paper, anybody who's in business will know, in a box is not inexpensive. These boxes have been donated to us. They got, they came in here all flat. They were made into boxes by students from St. Michael's School. This past Thursday, we had a room full of children and their teacher here, and they got them all unfolded, all set up as boxes. We're able to get a strip of duct tape. Is it duct tape or no? What do I call that kind of tape? Scotch tape, heavy Scotch tape on the box. What we have going on here now, and there will be more people this morning up here, probably within a few minutes, is adding another piece of tape to the box to make it as secure as possible, because we're going to be loading canned goods in it. We're going to be loading a pie into it, and we don't want the box to fall apart, because when it leaves this building, it goes into the cars of volunteers who then have to take it to those people who've signed up to have it delivered. The delivery will occur tomorrow, Sunday, November 24th, and we'll be delivering to those who are disabled in the community and to seniors who are not able to come here and pick it up. Our client families will start picking up on Monday, Tuesday, and in the morning of Wednesday, and then we close at noon on Wednesday. So it's very important that the boxes are nice, tight, and secure, so that when the rest of the crew downstairs is filling up the boxes with something, all the food, they're all nicely taped. What will happen, the way these boxes get downstairs, they're not carried, they don't go down on an elevator, and they don't go down on a trolley thing. They kind of get tossed from one volunteer to the next, and it's that chain of bouncing down the stairs, and it works perfectly. It gets downstairs where they're needed, but right now they're being reinforced up here. What we're seeing is a team effort of how we get the boxes from the second floor to the first floor, where they will be packed with the Thanksgiving meal. And it happens by, good pitching, good catching, part of the operation. And the boxes will be coming. Andrew McCauley is bringing them so that these girls can catch them, throw them to one another, and they all get downstairs. There's about 400 boxes. They might need a break and have somebody else fill in for them. And then sometimes it gets going very fast, and it gets crazy. And we probably need somebody else to help Andrew bring the boxes because he can't keep walking back and forth with just 3 or 4. But this is how it works. And it will go downstairs. Beautiful girls. Thank you. Hi, this is Joyce and her son, Jordan. And they are volunteering here today. And part of what they're doing now is reinforcing the boxes. And how long have you been volunteering?
This will be our 3rd year.
Your 3rd year?
Yeah.
How did you learn about coming here to do this?
Actually, a friend of mine, I think, started volunteering here about 3 years. She recruited me.
She did.
And I've been coming ever since. I like helping out. There are a lot of people out there who need help. And not everyone's as fortunate, and we just like to be helpful.
Bring your son.
And I bring him to learn the value of being able to help and give back. Yes.
To give back.
Community service and whatnot.
Community service. Yep.
Yeah.
We need eventually the next generation to come along.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I do it. Yeah. So that he learns that not everybody has it quite as nicely, and, that those who can help should help out.
Right.
Basically.
Thank you, Joyce, for doing this today. We greatly appreciate it, and thank you, Jordan. What we're seeing right now in the lobby here of downstairs is the boxes have reached downstairs. We're having volunteers move them into the next room, and I'll move a box here. There you go, Becca. And we're handing them to the volunteers in there who are going to go around in a circle and help to fill the boxes. Over here, what we're seeing is volunteers from the North Stonington Lions Club, as well as one of our board members, Sean Murphy, who is helping to unload onions. What we have here now is the unloading of bags of onions, and these were picked up today from the Gemma Moran Food Center in New London. And we let them know how many turkeys and produce and et cetera that we are in need of. We asked for about half of what we need because we know it's a big request. So we asked for 250, and they were able to give us 200, and we're greatly thankful for that. Hopefully, people who will find this to be good work that they want to be involved in. And you don't have to look too far in your own family to find somebody whose hours have been cut or been laid off or have gotten sick or something has affected their financial stability. And so that's why we're here. That's why these folks are doing what they're doing. And we have the Box Brigade. And we're bringing these big bags of onions will have to be broken down by the volunteers. Mr. Pierce? Mr. Pierce, could I talk to you for a second? Could I talk to you for a second? May I? Mother, may I? Mother, may I? Get that. Yeah. We are taping our operation here, and Marty, this is Marty Pierce. He is a past president of our board of directors, and he is in charge of keeping track of the number of turkeys that we get donated to us so that we have enough to feed the community. And how long have you been doing this, Marty?
Well, I've been here probably about 15, 17 years, long enough to know that we need lots of young people to help.
Yes, we do.
Unfortunately, a lot of our workers are in the 70s,
Yeah.
But we're very fortunate. People are very, very good to us. They go out of their way to help us. And you can see we got 4 trucks this morning. And oh, here comes some help right now, too.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're feeding the community.
Oh, we are, yes.
Together.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
I don't know how many families going to be, 450 maybe or more?
450. It's still we still have a few more days. People are coming in, so.
And we're very fortunate that we just had Rycon take a couple hundred of our turkeys to hold us. Yes, they're down there.
Are they?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
and they're not working today. The guy came in special to do it for us.
That's
So the community is very good to us.
very, very good.
Yep.
That is excellent. Thank you, Marty.
You're welcome.
What we need is more freezer space, and to be able to have somebody in the community volunteer to hold the turkeys until Monday morning, some of them, and then they'll be brought back over here by volunteers and given out. But we really need at least one large walk-in freezer and some other freezers. All these are donated. Many have seen they're on their last leg. We'll be seeing what we can do to get enough freezers and strong, sturdy freezers to do the job that we need to have done. But we thank the community so much for what they're doing. No, you don't need to duck down. You're the stars of today. Are you kidding?
Well, as you can see, we've had a tremendous outpouring of help from schools, church groups, civic groups, you name it, and they're here today packing these boxes. And they'll be here again at Christmas time. We do this all over again.
So we wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving from our home to yours. Happy Thanksgiving.